The North Sea, a vast expanse of churning water, a vital source of energy for the United Kingdom, but its future hangs in the balance. The UK government has enacted a windfall tax on North Sea oil and gas profits, a bold move for clean energy investment, but it has sparked fierce debate. This tax represents a critical juncture, a high-stakes gamble with significant risks. Can profits propel a greener future? Industry voices caution against stifling a vital sector. The North Sea's fate is intertwined with livelihoods. Coastal communities rely on the energy sector. Will it bring green prosperity or economic hardship? The stakes are high. The energy industry has not held back its criticism. The windfall tax has been labelled short-sighted and dangerous. Industry leaders argue it creates a hostile investment environment. They claim it will deter future exploration and development. These concerns are rooted in economic reality. The North Sea is a mature basin. Extracting its remaining resources requires significant investment. Companies argue the tax diminishes their ability to innovate. Why invest in new projects when profits are siphoned away?
The industry warns of job losses and economic decline. They point to the potential for projects to be shelved and investment redirected to more favorable regions. Coastal communities, heavily reliant on the energy sector, fear the ripple effects of a downturn. For those working in the North Sea, the windfall tax has cast a long shadow. They worry about their livelihoods and the future of their communities.
The government faces a difficult task in balancing its ambitious green agenda with the need to protect existing jobs and economic stability. The UK government is unwavering in its commitment to a green energy revolution. The windfall tax, they argue, is a key tool in achieving this ambitious goal. The revenue generated will be channeled towards renewable energy projects, creating jobs and reducing the nation's reliance on fossil fuels. Offshore wind, in particular, is seen as a key area for growth. The UK is already a world leader in this technology.
The windfall tax, the government argues, will cement its position and create a surge in green jobs. These new roles, they believe, will provide opportunities for workers transitioning from the oil and gas sector. The government envisions a future powered by clean energy. They see the windfall tax as a necessary step in this transition. They argue that it will accelerate the development of renewable energy infrastructure, reduce carbon emissions, and create a more sustainable future.
The vision is compelling, a greener, cleaner UK. But can the windfall tax truly deliver on its promise? Can it fund a renewable revolution without causing irreparable damage to the existing energy sector? Section 4. The trade deficit dilemma, importing more, producing less. The UK faces a precarious energy trade deficit. It imports significantly more oil and gas than it exports. This reliance on foreign energy sources raises concerns about energy security and price volatility. The windfall tax, some argue, could exacerbate this problem.
By discouraging investment in domestic energy production, the tax could increase the UK's reliance on imports. This would leave the nation vulnerable to global energy market fluctuations and geopolitical instability. It could also hinder the UK's ability to meet its climate goals by simply shifting emissions overseas.
The government counters that the transition to renewables will ultimately reduce the UK's reliance on imported fossil fuels. However, this transition will take time. In the interim, the UK will need to carefully manage its energy mix to ensure security of supply. The windfall tax adds another layer of complexity to this already challenging equation. Finding the right balance between domestic production, imports, and the development of renewable energy sources will be crucial. Section 5. Jobs on the line. Real-world impacts of the windfall tax. The debate over the windfall tax is not merely theoretical. It has real-world implications for thousands of people whose livelihoods depend on the North Sea energy sector. Job losses have already been announced, and many fear that this is just the tip of the iceberg.
In Aberdeen, often dubbed the oil capital of Europe, anxiety hangs heavy in the air. The city has built its prosperity on the back of the North Sea. Now, with the windfall tax casting a shadow of uncertainty, many worry about the future. The government has pledged to support workers transitioning to green jobs. However, the scale of this challenge should not be underestimated. Retraining programs will be essential, but there is no guarantee that everyone will find new employment in the renewable energy sector.
The human cost of the energy transition must not be ignored. The government needs to ensure that those whose livelihoods are affected by the windfall tax are not left behind. The windfall tax is a high-stakes gamble. Its success will depend on the government's ability to mitigate the short-term risks, while keeping its sights firmly fixed on the long-term prize of a cleaner, greener future. The potential for job losses, reduced investment, and increased reliance on energy imports cannot be ignored. The government needs to carefully manage these risks while pursuing its ambitious clean energy goals. The key will be to create a stable and predictable policy environment that encourages investment in both renewable energy and the technologies needed to maximize the recovery of remaining North Sea resources. This will require close collaboration between the government, the energy industry and local communities. Narrator media, government officials and energy industry leaders in a community meeting discussing energy projects. Section 6. A long view, balancing short-term pain with long-term gain. The windfall tax presents a classic dilemma. Short-term pain for potential long-term gain. The government is betting that the tax will generate substantial revenue to fund its green agenda, ultimately leading to a more sustainable and prosperous future. However, this long-term vision must be balanced against the immediate challenges. Section 7. The debate continues, staying informed in a changing energy landscape. The North Sea windfall tax has ignited a debate that is far from over. It raises complex questions about energy security, economic prosperity, and environmental responsibility. There are no easy answers, and the stakes are high for everyone involved.
It is essential for individuals to stay informed about the evolving energy landscape. This includes understanding the potential benefits and drawbacks of policies like the windfall tax. It also means engaging in constructive dialogue about the best path forward for the UK's energy future. The decisions made today will have far-reaching consequences. By engaging in informed debate and demanding accountability from those in power, we can help shape a future where energy security and environmental sustainability go hand in hand.
The North Sea stands at a crossroads. The choices made in the months and years ahead will determine its fate and the fate of the communities that depend on it.